Hey everyone, good morning. This morning, and it is about 7 a.m. I've been waking up at 4 every day, going to the gym at around 4:30. I've recently been inspired by a dentist that I follow on Instagram, and god damn is it beneficial. I am feeling better. I've been eating better because, I'm working out now, so I'm working out, I might as well just like eat good too, and it's been great. And while I'm at the gym, usually in the mornings, always in the mornings, I have time to think. I have time to collect my thoughts, organize them, and recently I've been just dwelling on the industry, dwelling on my business and personal life too, relationships, and my marriage has improved. I mean, the gym is good. Thinking about your life is good. Reflecting, but I've been reflecting on business a lot. And I remember I was listening to this Tony Robbins clip, and we all know who Tony Robbins is. And he said the successful businesses, or businesses that stay successful, businesses that don't go out of business, are good at anticipating what's around the corner. And that's the key word here, anticipation. If you aren't anticipating, you're reacting. If you're anticipating, you're preparing yourself, and not only are you preparing yourself, you're leading the pack. And my anticipation in this industry, and these are just my thoughts, and this is what I'm making this video for. My anticipation in this industry of cosmetic dentistry, I feel that cosmetic dentistry one day will be a commodity. It's almost like a bad word saying commodity, but hear me out. Whether we like it or not, automation is going to creep its way into our industry, and it already is. There's a uh, technology, automated technology, AI technology. They're introducing it to the dental field, to dental applications. Dr. Kyle Stanley, if you don't follow him on Instagram, highly recommend it. Great guy. Looks cool too. So just follow him. But he's got a company, I think it's called Hello Pearl or Hi Pearl, and it's completely automated. What it I don't even know. I really don't. But uh, that's something you could look into. What I see from my perspective and where I anticipate my business in the future. See, I'm a designer. I design on CAD software. I use Srona InLab. And currently, I have a job and I'm in business because it's required for a good design to be created. There's usually a lot of manual adjustments being made by the person. And what I see in the next 5 to 10 years is a software where you click a button, whatever information you feed the software, it's going to generate a proposal based off of that. So maybe you feed the software a smile portrait photo of the patient, a retracted smile photo. You import your scans, your prep scans, maybe some pre-op scans, and the software is just going to be so intuitive, so AI generated. You're just going to click a button and it's going to propose a smile, veneers that are just, or crowns, whatever, that are just perfect for this patient. The symmetry's there, the smile line is there, everything is just there. I'm telling you, folks, it's coming. And me being in the business that I'm in, it's not the greatest thing in the world because that puts me out of a job. So thinking of this technology that I see right around the corner, and I also see major improvements being made in the cam side of CAD CAM. I see in the future 3D printed ceramics, or a resin that comes out that can oppose natural teeth, a resin that can be used for permanent restoration. Because honestly, 3D printing is just a lot more efficient than milling. Milling is loud and it's wasteful. 3D printing is quiet and it's not wasteful. You usually have like a liquid resin, and whatever is being printed, that's the only amount of resin that's used. When you're milling crowns, you look at an Emax block and how much is wasted. It's kind of sad. It's kind of sad. Like, look at all that Emacs being wasted. But aside from that, I do see cosmetic dentistry being commoditized. And I don't even know if that's a word. If it is, good. If it's not, then you can tell your friends Weston created the word commoditized. I'm pretty sure it's a word. But I see that coming, whether we like it or not. And with all that in mind, what's going to differentiate you from your competitors as a dentist? What's gonna differentiate you from Dr. Smith right around the corner? Not much, because your outcomes are the same. Brand, baby. Your brand. What's your freaking brand? That's how you're going to generate clients or patients. That's how you're going to bring in business. That's how you're going to be up to your knees in work. I need associates because, God, I got so much business. Everyone wants to come to me because I'm the greatest. I do the best work. No, you're honestly, in the future, your work ain't going to be much different. What's going to really different, I mean, don't get me wrong. Preps matter. Oh, yes, they do. Preps freaking matter. And that's another way to generate business in your branding. Create content that educates and informs the patient of what a good prep is and what a bad prep is. But what I'm saying isn't going to be much different than Dr. Smith around the corner is the quality of work you're getting from the lab. Honestly, labs, if you're watching this in your lab, start branding yourself. You need to be the guy. Whether, you're doing the cosmetic work or the implant work or whatever, specialize. I mean, I suggest you specialize in that thing. Personally, me, I like cosmetic work. I love art. God, I'm going off course here, but I mean, branding is so crucial, especially in this digital world. I mean, the technology is rapidly advancing. When you were graduating from dental school, or when you started your lab back in the 80s or the 90s or even the early 2000s, whatever it may be, would you have predicted having a microcomputer in your pocket and being able to click a button and see someone from across the entire world and talk to them just like that? Hello. Would you have predicted that any of what we see now? No, you wouldn't have. And if you did and you anticipated that, you were probably Mark Zuckerberg and you're a billionaire now. So keep that in mind with dentistry. I truly believe that everything's going to be automated. Preps matter. The products matter, but the products aren't going to be much different in the future. We're going to click buttons, click another button, it's being generated, and this case is perfect. And if the preps aren't perfect, the software is probably going to be at a point where it says, this is what needs to be fixed. Boom, 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 boom. Undercut, margin isn't thick enough or whatever it may be. And that's where the software is going to be. Folks, this is a good thing for the patient. And this is a good thing if you're a badass at marketing, because you're going to be up to your freaking knees in work. You're going to not know what to do with it. And me understanding this, what I want to do personally, I want to, as a designer, as a technician, a CEREC guy, because I love me some CEREC. I want to, this is like really tight on my neck. I hate that too. I like it when, things are a little looser, but whatever. As the CEREC guy, where I see myself in this rapidly changing world, I want to market to the consumer. I want to market to the patient and let the patient know there's two sides of cosmetic dentistry. There's your dentist who's doing the preps, checking tissue, making sure that everything's seated properly, ensuring that the margins are sealed, yada, 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 making sure that everything is bonded properly. That's so freaking crucial. But the other side of cosmetic dentistry is who the hell is making your veneer? Because you could be a great dentist. Here's the thing. I'm Sally. I want my teeth to look perfect. I've hated them my entire life. I can't smile. I just don't have the confidence. My friend Lucy, she just got veneers, and they look fantastic. I want veneers. Well, our dentists are different, but I'm gonna go to my dentist. I'm not gonna go to your dentist because I'm familiar with my dentist. Sally likes her dentist, so Sally goes to her dentist, but that dentist, maybe the preps aren't as good. Maybe the lab that they're sending to isn't as good. So now Sally just paid probably maybe the same amount, maybe a little bit less, going to her dentist. She gets her veneers, and she's just unhappy. Oh my God, they don't look real. They look so fake. Whatever it may be, and she's not happy. That's because the patient thought that veneers were a commodity. The patient thought, and they will be. Mark my words. I want this written down. Uh, February 10th, 2020. But the patient thought that they were a commodity, and they're not. Cosmetic dentistry is entirely a service, and I want to personally relay that message to the patient. And I'm sure that there are plenty of dentists out there doing that. I know on YouTube, the Innovative Dentist, he does some great content. Uh, so, and he's busy as hell. He's so busy. So, I mean, it just goes to show you he's branded himself. He's doing a great job at doing that. There's a lot of other dentists. There's Dr. Appa on Instagram. He's in Dubai, New York, LA. This is high end stuff, but he's also generating amazing content. He has amazing technicians working in his offices. Guy doesn't cut any corners, and he's busier than hell. There's Dr. Connolly. He's got a great personal brand. If you follow him on Instagram, out in Beverly Hills, he's just shredded, big old buff guy. That's actually who I got my inspo from to start going to the gym early in the morning. But I mean, he's got a great brand. Great brand. He does great work. He sends his work to a great technician, Naoki or something along those lines. I mean, corners aren't cut, and these guys are just killing it. But they're also creating so much content. They're creating brand awareness. The patient, the consumer knows who they are. They trust this person, and that's how you're going to solidify yourself in the future, especially with AI. With AI, the at least on the lab side, then your product isn't going to be much different than the other guy. And I think a lab that's doing a great job, if you guys don't follow them, Midwest Dental Arts. I mean, if I were a patient and I saw Midwest Dental Arts, their Instagram, I would say whatever they're doing, because I didn't know, I thought the dentist made the veneers. But if they're the ones making the veneers, this is who I want to make the veneers, because I don't know any other lab. That's the reality. Patients don't know of labs. Patients don't know of designers, or patients don't know of this stuff. So if a patient finds out, oh, that's what a lab is? If I go to a dentist, I can tell my dentist to send my veneers to that lab, and they're doing that kind of work. Those teeth look so real. I but you know, my friend Sally, she just got her veneers done, and they didn't look all that good. They did. And some patients want that. That's the funny thing. But so that's where Sally could have changed up her, or that's where Sally could have had more control of her outcome if she was informed. So if you're a lab and you're watching this, consider marketing to patients. Why not? And that's where I see myself. Back to, my personal goals, and I'm just putting them out there in the universe. If you're watching this, if you're a CERT guy or gal, and you're in Los Angeles, San Diego, Southern California. I'm in Fresno, California. The market out here is not it's not as demanding, I would say, for cosmetic dentistry. So I do want to be in those locations. But if you're in Southern California and you're a CERT person, consider partnering with me, because not only can I design, but what I really want to do is bring patients into the dentist. So I want patients, if I'm marketing to the consumer, to come to me, say, I want you to make them just like I think labs should be doing. but I'm just going to be doing it as a one-man show. And I want to focus on same-day dentistry. Patients love that stuff. They eat it up. Do my teeth in a day. And there's already people out there doing that. Eddie Corrales, he does that. And I think that he hit the nail right on the head with that. And I think that a lot of the dentists that are offering same-day dentistry are offering a service that there's a huge demand for. People are impatient. Instant gratification, baby. If I want to know it, I'm gonna Google that. I'm gonna Google that, and I'm gonna know it right away. And that's how people are with their smiles. What do you mean I have to wait 3 weeks for my crowns? What do you mean I gotta wait for my veneers? I don't want those smelly temps in my mouth. Do them in a day. And that's what I'm focusing on. And if you're a CEREC dentist in those areas, let's consider a partnership. Because I want to market to the consumer. Consumer comes to me and they say, I want you to make my crowns. I'm going to bring you business. I'm going to say, okay, we're going to go to this dentist. He's going to do the preps. We're going to have a pricing structure all figured out. The consumer may be paying me directly. They may be paying you. You pay me. And if you're a designer and you can see yourself fitting in this, kind of a business structure, do it. Dentistry is rapidly changing. Rapidly. And I think that it's going to all boil down to branding and marketing. And if you're not for that, if you want to not get on the bandwagon, I mean, we'll see. We'll see. I'm not a fortune teller. I don't have a crystal ball. This is just what I anticipate. I anticipate branding being a huge aspect of the industry, because if you're a soda company or a beer company, let's just do beer company. If you're a beer company, there are all these beers out there that have these huge marketing campaigns and blah, 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 blah. There's already brands out there. I only drink Pabst Blue Ribbon, or I only drink Bud Light, or I only drink whatever it may be. Those people are loyal to their brand. Even though there's thousands of beer companies out there, they're going to go with Pabst Blue Ribbon, or they're going to go with Blue Moon. Freaking love Blue Moon with an orange slice, or Corona with a lime. Maybe you're that kind of person, but you're going to stick with your brand. You're going to be loyal to your brand, and you're going to go to that brand simply because of the fact you know of that brand. Beer is a commodity. Cosmetic dentistry, at least from the fabrication side of things, will be a commodity. If you agree, if you disagree, comment. Let's discuss. I want to engage and figure out what your thoughts are. I think that this is definitely Jesus criminy, an interesting topic. God, I couldn't say that. But just glad I got my thoughts out there. I was thinking about doing this video in the gym this morning, and glad I did. Peace.